Hello, my name is Caleb Edwards, and I am interviewing Jim Yash. He has worked for Edward Jones for 17 years and started the office in East Troy. What ignited the spark in you to start a new business venture or make significant changes in an existing business? How did the idea for your business come about?
Well, the idea for the business came about because there was I had a passion and a big interest for the world of investing. So I had kind of done it on my own for a number of years, and then the opportunity came up for me to start my own office. So I explored the opportunity from there and went through the interview process, and they offered me a position to start in East Troy, Wisconsin.
How important have good employees been to your success?
Well, good employees make all the difference in the world. I mean, they can be, a bad employee can make the business fail, and a good employee can make the business that much better. And fortunately for me, that I've only had 3 in 17 years, which is good. But having a good employee can pretty much make or break the business, because you have to work as a team. And there's a lot of things that I don't know how to do that my assistant knows how to do. There's a lot of things that she doesn't know how to do that I know how to do, so we balance each other out and we make it work every day.
If you had the chance to start your career over again, what would you do differently?
If I had to start my career over, I probably would have sought out people like me that have been in the business a lot longer and gotten more advice from them, so that way I didn't have to stumble as much starting out the business. They could tell me some of the ins and outs on how to make starting this business a little bit easier. That's probably the main thing, is just seek out a veteran that's been through it, and because experience means everything, and I kind of came into it blind, so they certainly could have helped out a lot more from that standpoint.
What would you say the top 3 skills needed to be a successful entrepreneur?
Top 3 skills, well, you have to have a vision. You have to be trainable, because if you work for a company, obviously there's a way of doing things, so they're going to want you to do it the best way possible. They're not going to want you to fail, they want you to succeed, so they're going to teach you the best way to do it. You have to have a vision, and you have to have drive. So like in what I do every day, nobody told me what to do every day. I had to get up and do it myself. So if you don't have the drive to be successful, it's kind of tough to succeed in whatever you're trying to accomplish.
What have been some of your failures, and what have you learned from them?
Failures? Well, there's been a few. I guess one of the biggest failures that I can remember from when I first started in the business is just not embracing the technology as much. Our systems change all the time. I thought doing it the old way was better than doing it the new way, which definitely wasn't the case. So one of the ways that I've had to adapt to that is make sure when they tell us there's new technology coming out, I better learn it, so that way I don't fail when the time comes. There's our business is very unique because there's a lot of reasons you fail, but it's not because of you, it's because of conditions that are beyond your control. So sometimes you almost have to anticipate what might happen so that you can do things a little differently before they happen. That make sense?
Mm-hmm. Describe your typical day.
Typical day? Well, now, after being in the business for 17 or 18 years, I come in the morning, I'll get my list of clients that I have to call, I'll put them into the computer, and I'll have to call them for various reasons, investing questions. A lot of times the home office will send us things that need to be addressed as far as our clients go, so I'll put those on a call list as well. And I'll start making calls to clients and taking care of those needs that we have to address. There was at times in the very beginning when I would go out and knock on doors and go out and cold call people to try to generate prospects and potential clients. But now, after being in the business this long, it's pretty much just a lot of administrative work, and you still need to generate clients, but I also have to deal with the clients that I have, reposition portfolios. I have to present ideas to people all the time. People that have money that I know have a need, for investment, I'll do some research and find an investment for them. You know, it's pretty much dealing with existing clients every day, whether face-to-face or in person.
What motivates you to do this every day?
What motivates me to do this every day? Well, number one, I like to help people. I like to see people be successful based on what I can recommend. But I also have an income to generate because I have children, which you guys are very expensive, trust me. So I mean, it's helping people every day, but it's also being able to provide an income and a future income in retirement for myself and my family.
What do you do to build a successful customer base?
Well, when I first started in 2001, I mean, Edward Jones has kind of a unique model. We basically, we take the phone book and we either we start cold calling people on the phone, but we also go out and knock on doors, just like the old encyclopedia salesman did back in the day. That's probably before your time, but I probably knocked on 90% of the doors in this town, introduced myself, who I was, what I was going to do, and what business I was going to set up, and eventually create a rapport with those people so that I could turn them into clients over time. Or we would get on the phone and just start cold calling people and offer an investment product or a service that we may have to try to generate clients. And it's pretty simple. It's a lot of work, but it's pretty simple, straightforward way of doing it.
How do you decide on location for your business?
Good question. Edward Jones is you know, we've got like 12,000 offices now, so they pretty much generate a marketing list of where a potential office could go, and it's based on assets in a certain zip code. I could have went to Janesville, I could have went to Wind Lake, East Troy, there was a couple other locations I don't remember, but East Troy did not have an office, so I thought there was a big opportunity here. Plus it was close to, you know, where I grew up in Lake Geneva. I like the town, I like the prospects and the potential of the potential clients that were here, and I think that's why I ended up in East Troy.
What do you most attribute to your success? What would you say are 5 key elements for starting and running a successful business?
Hard work. I mean, you got to have the drive. Like I said before, nobody's going to tell you what to do every day, especially what I do. There was nobody calling me or watching over my shoulder. I had to get up every day. I had to make the contacts. I had to, you know, contact those people on a regular basis. You have to have the drive. You have to have knowledge about what you're trying to do. I mean, investing is a big world, so you have to spend a lot of time researching and, you know, familiarizing yourself with all the different products and services that are out there. You know, but like I said, hard work is what it's going to be, and, you know, I guess in our business, you know, one of the old adages, the more people you talk to in a day, the more potential money you can make in a day. So you have to have that drive to do that.
What do you feel is a major difference between entrepreneurs and those who work for someone else?
Well, an entrepreneur I mean, it's your business, right? I mean, it's up to you to make it succeed or fail, so you're the one that's got to go out and make it what you want to make of it, versus somebody who works for somebody else where you have an existing business. I mean, they don't have all the blood, sweat, and tears into starting the business, so as an entrepreneur, it's all yours, and you have to do what you need to do to make sure it's successful, because you'll have a family to support. You know, you'll have clients to service, you'll have products to sell, all that kind of stuff. So being an entrepreneur is it's all on your shoulders to make it be successful.
How do you go about marketing your business? What has been your most successful form of marketing?
Like I said before, going out and knocking on doors to let people know who you are, what you're about, what products and services you have, and how you can help them out. Okay? So I mean, that's one way the biggest way that I've done to make this business successful. I mean, we do some advertising in print, you know, newspaper ads and that type of things. One of the other things that we've done a lot of to start the business is to, you know, conduct seminars where we'll invite a bunch of people in, you know, have coffee or a meal, lunch, dinner, whatever, and, you know, basically educate them on specific products or services or concepts, and, get in front of them face to face and present different ideas to them, so that way we can hopefully generate some clients.
How can you prevent mistakes or do damage control?
There again, doing what's right, and in our business, how do I say it? Always tell the truth. I mean, even if you make a mistake, for whatever reason, conscious or not, always tell the truth, because somebody's always gonna read through that. So if you make a mistake, be upfront with it, address it, take care of it, figure out how to fix it, okay? Manage those objections that you're gonna get from people for whatever reason, but always be honest and be upfront, because people can see through that. And if you wanna retain a client, and in our business, word of mouth means everything. If you lie to somebody, more oftentimes than not, they're gonna find out about it. So you wanna always be upfront, always, the rest of your life, if you make a mistake, admit it, fix it, and move on and try not to let it happen again.
Excluding yours, what company or business do you admire the most?
I don't know, that's a good question. There's a lot of them out there, but I mean, the one that comes to mind is Amazon, just because, I mean, the founder of the company started out selling books, and now, I think Amazon is probably one of the biggest household names that we have out there, so, just his business model with being able to get products to people that live in rural locations that can't go out and buy things like we can just go to Milwaukee and buy it. He came up with a business model to be able to supply products for people, when the need, or excuse me, when the location makes it more difficult for them to go get it. So I think Amazon is a great story, and who doesn't shop on Amazon right now, right? So I think Amazon is probably one of those great stories. That's one of the ones that comes to the top of my mind.
Where do you see yourself in your business in 10 years or 20 years?
Well, in 10 years, I'll probably still be doing this because I won't be old enough to retire, but hopefully I've got a big enough client base that, I can maybe start transitioning this business over to somebody new, and hopefully give them a fresh start, or give them a new start. Simply because I started from scratch, it would be kind of a nice legacy to be able to hand over my business to somebody that's just starting out, and hopefully they don't have to go through all the legwork that I did to get this business up and running. So, in 10 years, that's certainly a thought. We have a program called a Good Night program within Edward Jones, where new people that are coming into the business, we can kind of give them some assets, so that they can get started, kind of take them under their wing and get them, up and running so that they can be successful long term. And hopefully in 20 years, I better be retired. Because it's been a lot of work to get to this point, so hopefully in 20 years I can retire, hand the business off to somebody else, and enjoy life.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
During my interview with Mr. Yost, I learned that even though many entrepreneurs may seem like their lives are very easy and they can do whatever they want with the large amount of money they may have earned over their career, they spent a lot of long nights and put in a lot of hard work to get to the point they are at now, to enjoy the benefits of everything they had done, and their lives have been spent putting a lot of work into the companies they may have started and the businesses they helped grow.